Hello. Thank you for coming in. Today I'm going to be showing you how to add these cards to the new books that have come into the library. We have cards and we have these little sleeves. They're like little jackets that the cards go into. We're going to be adding these to the inside, the back of each book that we're doing today. We have a lot of these. These just came in. We've been waiting for these to arrive for several weeks. So we have several books that we have to add these cards to because we had run out of the cards and the little jackets, but now we have a lot, so we can do a lot. The first thing I want to do is show you the process. I want to show you how we're going to enter these books into our system. Now this is a book that we already have in the system. We've had this book here for quite a while. The title of the book is The Train. The author's name is David McPhail. If you go to the very back of the book, you open it up, you will see in here, this is the old style jacket that we used, and this is the old card. We are not going to be exchanging these until they've been filled. Once you have a card that's been filled, we will then replace it with the new card. However, you will notice something. With the new card, it is larger than the old jacket. So we will have to remove this little sleeve. We have to take this one out. We'll take this one out and replace it with the new wider sleeve right here. Because this set is from a different manufacturer, so they're not exactly the same. So we're going to take each book, we're going to scan it on the little scanner. So all you have to do is find the barcode. With most books it's going to be back here somewhere. We're going to scan it in. It's going to come up on the screen with all the information. If any of these new books are not already in the system, we're going to add them in. This is another book that is also in the system. You open it up, you see that the front is blank, as it should be. There should not be anything on the front. We go again to the back, and again here you're going to see the little barcode. And again, right where it should be, we have the little sleeve and the card inside. So again, if we just take the book with the barcode facing down over here to the scanner, you see there, Annie Rivers Siddons is the author, and Outer Banks is the title. Perfect. Alright, we have this new book, 12 Sharp, Janet Ivanovich. It looks good. I'm going to look it over. We have this code and this code. This is not the one we are going to use. We want to make sure to use this one down here that has the ISBN. So there is no jacket. That's okay. Open it up. Now these cards have two sides. This is the front of the card where you're going to see author and title. We're going to write the author's name on this line, the title right there. If the title is too long, just put in the first 3 or 4 words and then an ellipses, that works just fine. Now these little sleeves, these little jackets right here, they open up like that. It already has adhesive on the back, so you don't have to add any glue or tape or anything. There's a piece of wax paper back here. Peel that away like that. You want to make sure that you have it nice and level. We're going to put it on this last page like this. Press it down. Make sure to press it nice and even. Like that. Okay. I'm going to take one card right here. And sometimes we will have printed labels that we can attach, but we do not have those for these books. So we're going to write the information on there. Do you have good penmanship? It requires good penmanship. Okay. The author's name is Janet Ivanovich. You want to make sure to print. Don't use cursive. You want to make sure to print so it can be read easily and quickly. And the title of the book is 12 Sharp. Okay. There we go. So we have the author's name and the title. We're just going to place that right there, just like that. And then we're going to take our stamp with today's date on it. We're going to put it right at the top of that sleeve, just like that. Now we're going to scan this and confirm that it is in the system. Okay, this one is not. That's okay. That's why we check. See, what you want to do, you want to come back to the main screen. Just hit escape a couple times, 2 or 3 times. Now we want to enter a new book. Just tab down to new, press enter. Put in the last name, first name, the title, okay, today's date, new, yes, there you go, it's all entered. So this one is now ready to go out. The next one is also from Janet Ivanovich. Just kind of give it a look. Make sure there are no evident problems or anything with the book. Looks pretty good. Here, take another sleeve with the adhesive on the back, remove the backing, flip it over, to place it nice and level, press it down like that, take make a new card. Make sure you have the front with the title and author. You want to have the book facing up so you can clearly see the title and the author to make sure that you write it down properly. So the title of this book is Explosive 18 by Janet again. Okay. There we have the author and the title. Open it back up. And you put the card in here, just like that. And again, we're going to stamp it with today's date at the top of the sleeve. Okay. And again, we do have two barcodes. You want to make sure to use the one with the ISBN, which so far has just been down at the bottom on the back of the dust jacket. Okay. Alright. Up here on the screen, you can see that this one is in the system already. But for the number of copies, it says that we have 3, and we do not. I know that this is the only one we have, so we're going to change that to 1. Okay, there we go. Our next book is The Underground Man, the first Lou Archer novel since the best-selling The Goodbye Book from Ross McDonald. Now this one already has a sleeve in it. As you can see, this came from another library, so we don't need to use ours if the card will fit. So you're just going to kind of measure it, and it does look like it will fit in the sleeve, so that's good. That means we can use this sleeve. But you see that there's no card. I'm just going to look at it. It looks pretty good. Alright. So we don't need to add a little sleeve, but we do need a card. So the author's name is Ross McDonald. You want to make sure you spell it correctly. R-O-S-S M-A-C-D-O-N-A-L-D. The Underground Man. Perfect. So we have again the author and the title. Perfect fit. And we'll stamp it with today's date. There. Now on occasion you do run across a book with no barcode. This is an older book. This is not the barcode that we need. So we cannot scan this book. So we are just going to search the system and see if we can locate this book. Okay, Ross. There we go. There it is. The Underground Man. Let me check the date for this book. $1971. And here we have 1971. Okay, enter the quantity of 1. Yes, there. And now this one is ready to go. Next book is Mary Higgins Clark, The Shadow of Your Smile. This book has no jacket or no sleeve. We do have a barcode this time. It looks good. It appears to be in good shape. So again, we're going to take our little sleeve here, our little slip, and remove the backing. You want to make sure not to get it stuck to anything. Place it nice and even on that last page. Press it down. Make sure you only have one card. It's very easy to pick up two, so you want to make sure you have just one. All right. If you have room to write the author's whole name, you can. If you need to just use the middle initial, you can do that. I think I can fit it in there. I don't know if I can fit the whole title. The Shadow of Your Smile. Yes, it fits. Wonderful. So we have the author and title, and it's all ready. In this column you have the due date, the borrower's name, and on the back we have even more room for due dates and borrower's names. So we go back here to our little jacket, tuck it in there like that, and add the date that it was accepted there. And again, you want to make sure to use this code to scan. This one will not scan. Flip it over to the reader. Okay. You see this one is not coming up. It is not registering. That's okay. Let's do a new entry. Start with the last name, first name, and the title. Okay. 1, today's date. Yes. There we go. It's all accepted, checked in. The next book, Second Wind by Dick Francis. Looks good. It's in good shape. This book has no little sleeve, so we're going to add a sleeve to it. I'm going to try to get it nice and straight there. Press it down. Okay. Have your new card. Now, before you start to write, make sure you double check the author's name and the title. Make sure you have your spellings and the wording correct. So that's Dick Francis, Second Wind. So we have the author and the title. In there and add today's date to that little sleeve. And again, we look for the barcode, and it's down here. So we flip the book over and scan it. Okay, this one is in the system. But you want to confirm that you have the right title because we have a lot of books from this author. So you want to look at it and just make sure that it does say Second Wind. And this is our second copy of this. Second copy of Second Wind. And it does say that we now have 2. So that is correct. Our next book, there's no jacket in it. Okay, this book is entitled simply Sensational Christmas by Terry Willits. Terry Willits. It looks good. Take our little sleeve, remove the backing for the adhesive, they're very sticky. I'm going to just place it back here on this last page. That. Take your finger, just kind of press it down. A new card, make sure you only have one. Flip the book over. Now, go to the front with the author and the title. And have the title. The author's name is Terry Willits. Willits. Sensational. And I don't have enough room to write the entire title, so I just put simply sensational and then the ellipses right there. Okay. So again, we're just going to place this in here. Like that. And then we're going to stamp it with today's date, just like that. And again, we find our little barcode. Here's one, here's another one. If you have to, just go with this first one over here. If it doesn't scan, you can try the second one. So flip it over. Okay, that one did not do anything, so we'll try this one. Okay, it's not in there. That's all right. We'll just start with the author's name, Willits. Willits. Terry. Okay. Okay. we go. One copy. Our next book is Good News, Bad News by David Wollstonecraft. David Wollstonecraft. Looks pretty good. And there's no little jacket back here, so we're going to add one. Just take it, remove the backing. Place it on there, on that last page. Press it down all over. Take your one card, flip it over. Now, the author's name is David Wollstonecraft. You want to make sure you spell it correctly. Wollstonecraft. Okay, and the title is Good News, Bad News. So again, we have the author and the title. Place that in there. Give it a stamp. Again, down here we have this barcode. Scan it. Okay, this one is in there. This is our first copy. So you want to make sure you have a quantity of one. I'm going to add today's date. Okay, this one's good. Here's our next book. W.B. Griffin, The Hunters. It looks to be in pretty good shape. We do have a barcode. We don't have a jacket, but that's okay. We can add one. Flip it over. I'm going to try to, there's really nowhere to place it where I won't cover something, but sometimes that's unavoidable. Let's place it down here. Press all over, make sure it's secure. I'm going to take our one card, flip it over, and make sure you have the front with the author and the title. The author's name is W.E.B. Griffin. Make sure you spell it correctly. The title of the book is The Hunters. Okay. So again, we have the author and the title. You want to make sure to have both, otherwise we're not going to be sure which book it is. If we have the title, that could be a little bit more helpful, but you can have multiple books with the same title written by different authors. So again, we take our stamp, Make sure it's facing the right way and put today's date. Okay. So we're going to scan it and see if it's in the system. Okay, this one is in the system. Let's see now. I'm showing 2 dates. Let's see. This one is 2006. So you want to make sure you choose the correct date if it gives you more than one. Alright, this one's ready. This next book already has a little sleeve back here. The title of this book is The Memoirs of Chief Red Fox, and it was written by Chief Red Fox. It looks to be in good shape. And we do have a little jacket back here. Let's check it. So we're going to take one of our cards and just kind of measure. You could just look at it and it looks like it will fit. So that means we can use this one. Alright. So we take our card. For the author, we're going to put Chief Red Fox. And the title. And I was able to fit it all on here. So you have the author and the title. And we do not have a barcode on this one. This is from the old library, or it was previously, but it won't work here. Okay. So we place our card in here, stamp it with today's date. And we're going to have to look this one up manually. So let's start with the author's name. Okay, there's nothing there. Let's try the title. Okay, that's all right though. We're just going to enter the information. Find a copyright. Copyright 1971. So let's make an entry. Put in the author's name. And the title. Copyright date. Today's date. New entry, yes. Quantity 1. There it is. Now it's ready to be put out. We have another book. It says Storybook Mentors from Brenda Wagner. Okay, this one has no jacket. That's okay. I'm going to take one little sleeve, move the back. And just place it on here evenly. press it down, flip it over. Okay, so we make sure we have one card. And make sure you have the author's name correct in the title. So the author's name is Brenda Wagner with 2 G's. The title is Storybook Mentors. Okay. Nice. So we're going to come back here. And again, we want to make sure we have the author and the title on the card. Place it in the little sleeve and add the date. There. Again, we're going to find 2 barcodes down here. Just start with this one. Okay, that one did not do. Let's try this one. Okay, it's not in there. That's okay. Let's look it up by the author's name. Okay, it is not there. So we're going to do a new entry. Start with the author's last name. And the title. Let's add a copyright date. Uh, 2001. Today's date. Quantity of 1. And it's entered. We have another one. Okay, here we have Some Assembly Required by Anne Lamott. There's no sleeve, so we're going to add a sleeve now. Just take the backing off. Open it up to this last page. Sometimes there might be writing or something back here. I just try to place it where it doesn't cover up anything important. Usually it's blank. Place it on there straight. There we go. Press it down like that. And we do have a barcode. So again, take our card, write the author's name, and the title, okay. And this has a co-author down here, Sam Lamott. But we're just going to list the primary author on the card. Take our card, place it down in there, and add today's date, and we are ready to scan. So we're just going to flip it over. And there it is. We do have this one. 2012, and it is 2012. Quantity should be 1. And it's ready to go. This book, you can see, is kind of torn. The back is a little damaged. It looks like there was a little jacket back here that was removed, and it's kind of damaged the page a little bit, but it's still intact. This book is The Blind Contessa's New Machine by Carrie Wallace. We do have a barcode there. And we will have to add our own jacket to it. So again, we take this little sleeve, remove the backing, open it up. I'm going to try to place it in such a way that it won't damage the page further. Press it down like that. Make sure you only have one card there. So the author's name is Carey, C-A-R-E-Y, Wallace. Make sure you double check the spelling before you write it. And this title is kind of long, so I don't think it will all fit. I got most of it and then added the little dots. So again, we'll place it in here. Stamp it. We do have some damage back here, so this book will have to have a little repair to the dust jacket. You see it's been cut. We'll go ahead and check it in, but we're going to put this one in a separate pile. Okay, that one is in the system. Copyright 2005. Choose 2005. Quantity 1. And there we go. We have this book. This page has also been ripped. It looks like the jacket was removed. The page has been damaged. But I think it'll be okay. We should be able to attach one to that. So we take our jacket, our little sleeve, remove the backing. Try to place it level. Press down all around on the adhesive. I flip it over. Now this is The Grave by James Hennigan. Make sure you have just one card. So, James Hennigan. And the title is The Grave. There we go. So we have the author and the title. Place it in here. Oops. Turn it the right way. You want to make sure that the author and title part is facing out. Add the date. Scan this. We have our little barcode. Okay. This one does not appear to be in there, so we're going to add a new. We're going to have a new entry in again. The gray. Copyright 2000. Today's date. Quantity 1. There we go. It is now entered. This next book looks to be in good shape. The dust jacket looks good. There's no little sleeve back here though. Okay. So we are going to add a new little sleeve. Back here, just keep it level. Press down. Take one card, flip the book over, and this book has a long title too. Single White Psychopath Seeks Same. The author is Jeff Strand. Let's make sure you have the spelling correct. Jeff Strand. So again, with the long titles, you want to just get as much on there as you can. There. Okay. So we have the author and part of the title. So we add it to the sleeve and put the date. You do have a barcode, so we're going to flip it over and scan it. There it is, right there. Let me check the date. 2003. There's 2003. Quantity of 1. Today's date. There we go. Entered. And this is our last book for today. This book has no jacket, no sleeve in the back. It looks good though. In good shape. So we're going to need to add a little sleeve to it. Take our sleeve, remove the backing. Put it up. Make sure you have the last page. Place it level, press it down all around there. Elizabeth Strout, anything is possible. It looks good. So So we'll take a card. Make sure we have one. First we add the author's name. And the title. Nice. So we have the author and the title. Add that to the sleeve. And the date. Copyright 2017. Now I'm going to take this barcode, scan it. Okay, that one doesn't show it. Let me try the other one. It is not in there. Let's search by name. Strout. Elizabeth. It is not there, so we're going to add a new one. And the title, anything is possible. And I already looked up the copyright, so I know that's 2017. One copy. 2022. Yes. There we go. It is all entered. That is our last book for the day. Thank you so much for watching and observing. The next batch of books we get, you'll be able to do them yourself with our cards. We have our little cards and our little sleeves too. We have plenty at the circulation desk for more books. And of course we also have our stamp, but you always want to check and make sure it has the correct date on it before you start. But then you can use the computer system and the scanner and get them all into the system yourself. So thank you so much for being here. I really hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again really soon.